Police in Shakopee say there is no danger after threatening photographs circulated on social media yesterday.
This Snapchat picture of a person holding a gun was posted to the social media site with the caption, "Don't come to school tomorrow." Police tell us they identified the students involved and figured out those weapons were fake. Officers say it was a prank done in poor taste. School says it is taking every precaution to ensure the safety for all students. They say there will be an extra police presence at school today. Now, as far as the students who posted the pictures, police say they will be dealing with them accordingly.
We have a scary reminder about the dangers carbon monoxide poses this time of year. 10 people suffered carbon monoxide poisoning at a St. Paul duplex yesterday. It includes a married couple and family of 8. 2 of the adults had to be placed in the hyperbaric chamber at HCMC to get oxygen. Pao Thao says that he started to feel sick on Saturday and woke up Monday with a massive headache.
When I got up, I was stumbling all over the place. I couldn't even stand up for more than about 5 seconds or so. It was grateful that they did call the police to come. If not, I don't think I would be here right now.
Investigators determined a faulty boiler caused the poisonous gas to leak. The duplex has CO detectors, but investigators say they weren't working properly. The duplex is now condemned. This close call at a time when heating systems are working hard is a reminder to make sure nothing is blocking exterior vents or exhaust pipes. 2018 brings 3 new faces to some political seats in Minnesota.
Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith will take the Senate oath tomorrow. She'll replace Al Franken, who plans on stepping down today after a number of sexual misconduct allegations. Also happening today, Minneapolis Mayor-elect Jacob Frey will be sworn in. So will the new mayor in St. Paul, Melvin Carter. Carter is a St. Paul native. He's going to take the oath at his alma mater, St. Paul Central High School. Ali Lucia has more on what this all means for the upcoming year.
This new year means 2 millennial mayors will be running the state's twin cities.
In many cases, having a young and innovative perspective, I think it can be an asset.
Virginia native turned Minneapolis transplant and now mayor-elect Jacob Frey. Across the river, St. Paul's first ever African-American to lead in this post, Mayor-elect Melvin Carter.
I'm just very honored. I'm incredibly humbled. This is a city that I love dearly.
Hamline University professor of political science David Schultz is anxious to see how their leadership influences the rest of Minnesota.
These 2 mayors are far more liberal than the ones they're replacing. Look to see how Minneapolis and St. Paul move further to the left, and with that, how does that drive, let's say, the metro area politics, and at the same time, how does that perhaps shift to the left affect overall state politics?
Nationally, all eyes will be on Minnesota with 2 Senate contests. Senator Amy Klobuchar is up for re-election, and there will be a special election after Al Franken's resignation.
We're going to have all of our statewide offices, both our senators up, all our congressional delegation up. This is going to be a lot of politics that attracts not just statewide attention, but national attention.
Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith has a short window to make an impact in the Republican-controlled Senate.
Though I never anticipated this moment, I am resolved to do everything that I can to move Minnesota forward.
Professor Schultz believes the pressure is on Franken's replacement to learn the ropes fast if the soon-to-be senator wants support from her own party and constituents come November. Ali Lucia, WCCO 4 News.
David Schultz said he believes this year will be a big year in terms of spending money. He thinks Minnesota could attract $100 to $150 million in political advertising dollars.
President Donald Trump is back in Washington this morning. He returned to the White House last night after spending the holidays in Florida. Today, the president is scheduled to have lunch with Vice President Mike Pence as they work on their to-do list for the new year. Trump plans to host Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Paul Ryan at Camp David next weekend to map out the legislative agenda for 2018. An apparent computer glitch created big headaches for some air travelers on New Year's Day. For 2 hours last night, the Customs and Border Protection's passport processing system was down nationwide. That meant all passports had to be checked manually, leading to long lines of passengers in Miami and at other international airports around the country. Officials at MSP International told us, however, they knew of no delays in the Twin Cities. Carrie Underwood is sharing more details about the injury she suffered after a fall that broke her wrist.
In a blog post to members of her fan club on New Year's Day, Underwood said she needed 40 to 50 stitches to her face. She said she's, quote, not quite looking the same. She says she is grateful those injuries weren't much worse. Grateful for the people who have helped her since that accident in November. Underwood said she is going to be in the studio next week, but she said she might not look the same when she's ready to be seen on camera again. It's one of those things that lets you know one little freak accident, fall outside her home, but you land on your face.
Right, that one picture with the scarf, that's the only picture that she's posted since the fall, so we haven't seen exactly how bad it is.
Incredible talent. I don't care what she looks like. I don't think it matters.
Beautiful inside and out.